Hello YouTube, B3 here, back for another kicking action figure review. Today's review is over a neat little figure. It's one of the early Pacific Rim figures from Series 2 actually. It is the NECA Pacific Rim Battle Damage Gipsy Danger figure. Yeah, I got this guy in a 2-pack with Leatherback Kaiju, but I'm reviewing him separately because, well, I've had this 2-pack for a long time actually. It's odd that I'm just reviewing them now. Well, I'm not just reviewing them now. I reviewed them and my computer crashed, and I'm deciding to finally re-review them. But since it's the first one that's being uploaded, I'm not calling it a re-review. It's just the review. Leatherback's review's already up, so if you want to check that out, check that out. At least I believe it's already up. It's already up, yeah. But, here he is! Gipsy Danger! Very, very cool figure. Could be better. In fact, pretty much every single Gipsy Danger that's come out after this guy has been better. This Gipsy Danger has many problems. Still cool, but many problems. You guys, I pretty much say that every figure is very, very cool when I'm making reviews. So just, you know, you'll see what I mean. First off, I guess, detail and paint. He's really exactly the same as the Series 1 Gipsy Danger, who I've had the chance to pick up a million times, but never did because I had this guy and all the other Gipsy Dangers. I really have every single Gipsy Danger that's out at the time of my filming this review. The next one that comes out is the one with the rocket punch and the little shipping crates. And they said they'll do an ultimate one or deluxe one or whatever if Striker Eureka sells well. I'll probably get both of those. I have so many Gipsy Dangers, it's crazy. But here he is, Battle Damage. As I said, same as Series 1, except with the battle damage paint job and different forearm parts. The forearm parts have little slots in them for his blades, which are incredibly fragile. I'm not even putting the blades in because they're so fragile that most people who have this figure broke the blades trying to put them in. And they don't even stay in very well on this guy. Some of the other Gipsy Dangers are a little better, but I still prefer to only put them in for reviews. But for this guy, I'm not even going to put it in at all. Like, it's that risky to me. Another big risk on this guy, articulation. Yeah. His articulation's not as good as other Gipsy Dangers in the first place. His head goes up and, you know, a little bit. Not really getting much side to side out of this guy. But I feel like I'm going to break him every time I move him. You know, you kind of got a little tiny bit of up and down on the arms. Forward and back, as you can see. And then there's not a bicep swivel. Some of my other Gypsies, I believe, have bicep swivel. Double elbow bend. Well, not double. I don't know why I said double. There's an elbow bend. I think it's because most of the figures I buy have a double elbow bend. But that's that. And then, you know, the hand rotates and kind of goes forward and back. There is articulation right here in the torso. Just about that much is all it wants to move. In and out on the legs, but it's really hindered by his panels here, so not much in and out on the legs. Forward and back, you know, not terribly much there either. I'm trying to be careful on the knee here. That's the knee bend. Ah, man. He's actually loosened up a little since I got him. Maybe all the temperature changes he's been through in the years I've had him have made him loosen up a little bit. I haven't touched this guy in a long, long time, honestly. Kind of got a little on the foot, a little foot movement. Got his little back of the foot articulation there. Peg holes, and you know, I said he had lots of details, so he's got like lots of silver scrapes on him and stuff, and etc. The chain doesn't seem as fragile as he used to, or as hard to move as he used to. I think some of his joints were loosened up by temperature change. I really do think that's the case. But yeah, here's the back of the figure. Not bad looking. He's missing some details for accuracy reasons, like some little stuff, like little decals and things. But, you know, it's whatever. I'm not too worried about it. But, size comparisons, huh? Who wants size comparisons? Now here's our Gipsy Danger with some other NECA Pacific Rim figures, and these are the Kaiju. We have Leatherback that he came with here on the left, and if you didn't get the 2-pack, they were in the same series, same wave. And then here on the right, you have the Battle Damaged Knife Head. Yeah, I think he looks fine with With Leatherback, maybe not so much Knifehead. Knifehead might be too big, but at the same time, you know, whatever. This guy does have a size problem, though. Now here's Gipsy Danger with some other Jaegers. Here on the left we have Coyote Tango, and on the right Horizon Brave. And as you can see, he is too small. This Gipsy Danger is indeed too small for these guys. And it's not too terribly obvious, but you can kind of tell. You see what I mean? He's maybe not so bad with Horizon Brave, since Horizon Brave is an older Jaeger. But, you know, he still looks too small. Now here's Gipsy Danger with some other kaiju from different franchises and lines. Here on the left we have the NECA Burning Godzilla figure, and here on the right the SH Monster Arts Gamera 2 Gamera. Yeah, so as you can see, he's too big for them. I mean, he's in a different scale than there. He's 7 inch, they're 6 inch. So it makes sense that he's bigger than them. You know, they're not supposed to scale well together. And they don't. And here's some more kaiju, another Japanese and American figure. Here on the left we have the Memorial Box Gauss from Gamera, and here on the right the Bandai Creations King Caesar, first release. So he has the ear articulation. But yeah, you know, once again, he is too big. Now here's our figure with some Ultraman stuff, and as I've said, I feel like it makes sense for the Jaegers to be a little bigger than the Ultras. Even though I don't think that makes sense if you really think about it now that I'm thinking about it. Because the Ultras would probably be around the same size as Kaiju. Well, they were around the same size as Jaegers to fight the Kaiju. Like, screen-wise, that would make sense, but I feel like real-life-wise, if Ultraman existed and Jaegers existed, the humans would want the Jaegers to be bigger than the Ultras for defensive purposes. But here on the left, we have an Ultra 500 series, Jean 9, and here on the right, the Ultra Hero series, Ultraman Noah. Jean 9 here definitely does not compare well, but, you know, I can give Noah here a pass. If you like your Ultraman smaller than your Jaegers, it's cool. But if you don't, it's not. And lastly, here's our Battle Damage Gipsy Danger with Hong Kong Brawl Gipsy Danger here on the right. And as you can see, Hong Kong Brawl Gipsy Danger is just a much better figure overall. He has more accessories, more articulation, better, you know, durability, better size. As you can see, he is in fact bigger. He is taller and a little wider also. So, yeah, that's that. And he even has different types of joints on the legs and stuff to kind of make movement better. He's just the all-around better figure. And my favorite Gipsy Danger because he's without battle damage and he comes with the ship that he uses like a baseball bat, which is awesome. Yeah, well, and he also comes with a sword, I believe. Well, this guy just comes with his swords, you know. But, yeah, so if you want a Gipsy Danger that has battle damage, get Anchorage Attack Gipsy Danger, which is what he looks like after fighting Knifehead, and he even has the Plasma Blaster and stuff. Or get the Reactor Blast Gipsy Danger, who has the Reactor Blast effect, for one thing, and looks like Gipsy Danger does at the end of the movie, you know, when he's fighting underwater. Has like the damaged leg and arm torn off and stuff. Or Antiverse Gipsy Danger, which is the exact same as Reactor Blast, but with a different paint job and exclusive packaging and stuff. It's a Toys R Us exclusive. I got it hanging on my wall, actually. It was a birthday gift last year. Anyways, enough rambling about all the different Gipsy Dangers you can buy. This guy, one of the worst ones, one of the best ones. See them side by side. There you go. So all in all, what are my final thoughts on the NECA Pacific Rim Series 2 Battle Damage Gipsy Danger? Well, honestly, when this figure came out and I got him, I might have given him 3 out of 5 stars. But now that I have all these other Gipsy Dangers, and they've just made a lot of improvements to the line in general, this guy is going to get a lower rating. I mean, earlier when I made the whole double knee bend mistake, that's because my other Gipsy Dangers have a double knee bend. You know? They have more articulation, better detail, better sizing, better everything. You know, when this in Series 1 was all we had, this was the better Gipsy Danger. Not so much for the paint job, that's just kind of a pick or choose thing, but because of the blades. He had blades, even if they were so fragile you couldn't even put them in. At least they gave him blades. And the option. But now, you know, the blades are a little more durable, a little easier to get in. I still always fear breaking them, though. It's still a heavy possibility, even with the new Gipsy Dangers, so be on the lookout for that. And, you know, he's just not so grand. He's really not. So honestly, I'm going to give him 2 out of 5 stars. Just compare it to other Pacific Rim figures today. It's just 2 out of 5 stars is the best I can do, I feel. I haven't done a 2 out of 5 star rating in a while, I don't think. Because I normally do some research on figures before I buy them to make sure that I don't get garbage figures for the most part. But I wouldn't say he's garbage. He's not a garbage figure. He's just not good enough. He doesn't hold up. He hasn't stood the test of time real well. And it hasn't even been that long. I think this figure came out in 2013, maybe early 2014. But, yeah. So, sorry about damage, Gipsy Danger. 2 out of 5 stars. You're outdated and you've been replaced. But, yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you all so much. Please remember to rate, comment, subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, etc. You know, if you want more reviews, go ahead and ask. You saw Coyote Tango a second ago. His review is coming up soon. And all the other Pacific Rim stuff, I believe, already had reviews. I'll be reviewing that Ultra 500 series John 9, but I have reviewed the NECA and Monster Art stuff you saw. Really, everything you saw except Jean 9 and Coyote Tango, I believe, has been reviewed. So, that's it, you guys. Thank you all so much. And I'll see you all later.